Welcome to the Lummy Sports Show with Rhett. Macho is a scary guy. He just walks up and be kind of behind you there.
No, he sneaks up on you.
I know. He's quiet for a big guy.
Yeah, deceptively quiet.
I had to start doing my Macho impersonation, which he's trying to work on his.
I commend him. He's been working on it pretty much every day since he started working here.
It's not getting any better.
Because he didn't know who. He didn't have any idea in the world who Macho Man Randy Savage was when he first started working here.
It's like, who's Macho Man?
Yeah, he had no idea why we called him Macho Man.
I was like, you don't know who Macho is? It's like, no. Like, well, let's check him out.
For a guy that spends 8 days a week in the gym, how do you not know who Macho Man is?
Very true.
I know not everybody was raised on wrestling, but...
Yeah, but he's in Florida, man. And you're in Florida, you know about the wrestlers. Oh, yeah. Oh. Why coming behind ya? Yeah, he's 813. Let me get these off. We take the calls. 813-90 Bubba. 813-90 BUBBA. This is a nice little long track. Thank you, Rhett, for getting these.
This one goes hard. I like this one.
Just listening to it, I was like, man, because I kind of scrambled because Macho came in. I was like, oh crap, I don't even have my chats up yet.
Yeah.
I don't got anything up.
Well, and then you were squirreled right before we started the show. We got some last minute breaking news.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm trying to find out what I'm going to be doing, but it looks like I'm going to be attending Saturday CCW event at the Magnanimous Brewery.
You'll be attending?
Well, I will be attending. I don't know what I'm doing at this point, but I am on the flyer for the Tag Team Championship.
I don't know what I'm doing, but they put me on the flyer.
I don't know. These two big black guys that, what'd you call them? The Road?
They're like the Legion of Doom. They're just the Black Legion of Doom.
They're big guys.
Yeah.
They definitely look like they could kick some ass.
That's what their gimmick reminds me of every time we've seen them.
Is that the guys that wear the football pads?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with the spikes on them.
See, I've talked to them a good amount of times when I've been back there, but they never had their pads on.
Mm.
So, I've seen them come in, I think, one time after a match. Because they're usually the match right in front of the one I go on. So normally when they come back in, I don't see them.
Yeah, they usually put the titles on the line the 2 or 3 times that I've seen them. Active champions, if you will.
I guess so. I guess they're going to be going up for the Tag Team Championship this Saturday at Magnanimous Brewery. against. Well, I guess I'm in that corner of not on the champion side, but with Danny Briggs, the great Danny Briggs. And
so are you in the match or are you in his corner?
I'm in his corner. I may be in the match. I don't know. I'm trying to find out. Maybe
because it's a tag match and you have not specified to me.
Maybe I take the guy out and I become Danny Briggs.
Yeah, maybe you become CCW Tag Champ of the World.
And maybe I come in with a singlet too. Mm-hmm. You know, kind of like the Big Show used to do. Just come in because Danny Briggs wears a singlet.
Yeah.
So why not? Why can't I wear a singlet then? And then we could be like the Bushwhackers.
A black singlet with the red Bubba boots.
Are you familiar with the singlets or the Bushwhackers?
Yeah. You guys come to the ring fucking
Briggs,
waving your arms.
Briggs and Stallion. That's his partner. Stallion. Listen, I kick the crap.
Stallion.
I kick the shit out of the Stallion. I take it over. I take one of those, those guys. What's their name is again? Quick Cron. Is it the Crons? This is what you take over the Crons. Right. What are their names again?
I don't know who you're talking about. I'm lost.
The champions that were going. Oh, the Q-Rons.
Q-Rons.
I take one of the Q-Rons. I maybe spear like Bill Goldberg. Listen, all my wrestling moves can just be like pretty much Bill Goldberg's whole wrestling moves. I spear. I
drop a guy on his head doing a jackhammer incorrectly.
I try to do it. I try to do a jackhammer. Well, I don't think I can jackhammer one of those guys.
Kick another guy in the head, and then he blames you for the rest of his career.
That's right. Yeah, and then I can clothesline him.
Yeah.
And then my finishing for those guys can be a spear. Again, I just spear everyone the whole time.
Yeah.
That's all I do, but they got to run into me. I probably blow my shoulder out. I probably blow my left shoulder out. My right shoulder is blown out, so I probably blow that shoulder out. Plus, I have an elbow problem. I have this nerve problem that Dr. Dan. I need to go. I'm supposed to go see his Halpern. I'm supposed to go see Halpern. Now I found out he doesn't take insurance. So
well, you just got to make sure you can find a guy who knows how to sell. Not some fat ass who's loafing around in there.
I think these guys know how to sell.
Yeah, tag team champs of the world, brother.
Well, when they were talking about me doing my own freaking match, they were talking about, they showed me this guy, and he looked like Macho Man. I'm like, no one's going to believe that I could kick the shit out of that guy at this point.
Sure.
My beer belly, my bitch tits, my flabby arms.
I'm not sure exactly what the gimmick would be. I mean, if it was just a black singlet, then so be it. But I think we could dress you up somehow. You would pull off a really good member of like the Wyatt family. I don't know if you've seen how they dress on their way to the ring, but it's like a bunch of demented hicks.
Oh, that's great. Thanks, Red.
Yeah, we'll put you in some dirty, ripped up jeans, a nice flannel ripped up.
So I'm a redneck.
I don't know. I'm trying to work with you here. I mean, we can brainstorm ideas. That's a starting point. We don't have to finish there by any means.
So I started out as just a big time redneck. Well, one's in a singlet.
A Bruiser Brody gimmick, Bubba Army Grunt says.
Yeah, I mean,
you could pull off a Bruiser Brody.
I don't even. Yeah, which one's that? This one?
He was the guy that got murdered.
Okay, well, thanks, Fred.
Stabbed in the locker room.
Oh, you mean from Puerto Rico? He was stabbed in Puerto Rico, I think.
I think it was out of the U.S. that he was stabbed. I was like, he's not from Puerto Rico.
No, but I think he was stabbed in Puerto Rico.
I think you're right. Or it was like a Puerto Rican guy.
What's his name? Bruiser Brody?
Bruiser Brody.
Yeah, because I think Hogan always talked about it from back in the day, and he said he was there, then he wasn't. Yeah, Bruiser Brody. I believe he...
Well, if Hogan was talking about it, he could have died fucking anywhere on the planet.
He supposedly was there, but then he wasn't there. Yeah, he died in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I tried to stop the guy from stabbing him.
He got stabbed by Jose Gonzalez. Stabbed to death. Wow.
And brother, I told the booker beforehand, I had a bad feeling about this Jose character. And they didn't listen to old Hulk.
No, he got on the plane and left him and didn't even protect Bruiser Brody. Listen, we got some good stories like when Hogan, especially on our shorts, when Hogan was in Africa, which I don't even know if we put that one up yet.
With the Terry Funk?
Yeah.
Yeah, we put it was a two-parter. And
There's three parts.
They both did pretty. I don't know if we put the third one up.
There's a third part of it. Well, I know he got held at gunpoint for all his cash. I think he gave all the cash to them and left. And then him and Terry Funk started having some beef. And then something else happened. I thought there was a three-part of it. But those are up on our shorts anyhow. I believe, correct?
Yes.
And then also, I think there's another one with Hogan. I got to talk to Gary because I think I just found that one when I think it was him and Brooke were supposed to go down to the Bahamas for her thing, and he was getting held kind of like a ransom thing. I gotta go re-listen to it.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, there's a couple good ones. But yeah, Saturday I'm gonna find out what I'm gonna do. Maybe I need to start shopping for singlets. I mean, I guess I could do the Bruiser Brody, but I don't want to die. Because, I mean, King Kong Bundy. I mean, you got King Kong Bundy.
You don't have to. I mean, you can be Bruiser Brody and not have someone stab you.
I was going to say, I could be Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
You could do a good. Honestly, you look the most.
Ooh.
You said it wrong.
Oh. I know, but that's my gimmick.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, the thumbs up. Uncle Eric, $20 in the Cash App.
Thank you,
the thumbs up, I mean, you're halfway there.
Oh! But I say, ooh! You know, because I'm kind of like a 62 Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
That's on the nose. I think, I don't know if you were familiar with the...
How about instead of a thumbs up, then I see him the middle finger?
Thumbs down.
Yeah. Ooh!
You're super negative Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah, exactly. My American flag's upside down because, America's under siege. You know, instead of a 2x4, I bring out like a 2x8. And just carry that around and just be obnoxious. Oh, okay, yeah, he wore. Okay, I can't pull that gimmick off.
I think it's a little on the nose as far as gimmick infringement. There was a guy, I think it was earlier this year or last year, who was wrestling in the indie circuit, and they started wrestling him as Blue Kane.
Oh God, really?
Like, Kane, the big red machine.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
and his whole gimmick was he would just come out. And it'd be like snowing in the arena instead of fire.
Oh, jeez.
And he would be dressed in the old Kane attire from the 90s, but it was blue.
Yeah, okay, that's a little much. I watched this other thing on YouTube where the one guy he pretty much looked like Spider-Man, I think in the WCW. And then Marvel was like, no.
Yeah. They had quite a few of those. I think WWF had like a Ninja Turtle guy.
Oh, God.
Holy shit, they had some terrible gimmicks.
They did. I was watching this thing. It was like top 10 worst gimmicks by WCW or WWE, and they were pretty bad. Which, by the way, there's no way I could pull this off. I do not look like Hacksaw. You know, I always used to think Hacksaw Jim Duggan was kind of fat. He was in shape, man.
Yeah, he was just thick.
He was a thick dude. I mean, I guess you can't see that. What I'm looking at, he's.
Yeah, you built like a shit brick
house.
That.
Look, that might have been me about what are we in now? 2024? That might be about 12 years ago. Not anymore though. I'm floppy tits and no arms.
Oh no.
Oh wait, it's okay. We got a wrestling expert here. 413.
Joe the Supermark.
Hey, Joe the Supermark, how's it going?
I wasn't even going to call today, but if you guys are talking about professional wrestling, I mean, like, I just wanted to bring up a couple things y'all were already talking about. Like, Rhett was talking about Ninja Turtles in the WWF. That was in the early 90s. They had a tag team of Ninja Turtles. But on Raw on Monday, they had the New Day come out dressed as Ninja Turtles to rep the new thing that's coming out. You know, I guess they got a new cartoon coming out or whatever. And then the picture you showed of Hacksaw when he was built like a brick shit house, that was from 1988 when he won the first ever Royal Rumble.
Yeah, see, I mean, I'm not built like a brick shithouse. Lummy to take on.
But I think you need a gimmick, and when I say gimmick, I mean an implement, like anything. You can come with a plunger, you can come with a trapper keeper, you can come with anything you want, but you got to have something. And what I wanted to ask Red is these tag team championships baby faces or heels?
I think they're baby faces because Danny Briggs likes to be the heel.
Yeah, but I think they're like the rugged baby faces that attack everybody. But I think they are babies.
Are they?
I think.
What's their names again?
Because that would make more sense. If the manager's on the heel side, then you could do cheating and stuff.
Well, I think that's what they got me. I think that's why they had me going for is the cheating side of it.
But that's better but then again, you're the baby face. You're Lummy from the Bubba the Love Sponge show. We all love you. So how could you be the heel? You know what I'm saying? It's just you need a turn basically, and even if you have to swerve these guys and jump on the other side to get everybody over and everybody happy. It's defying logic seeing what's going on here, and that's why I know you're going to talk about what you're going to do and stuff. Are you going to actually run it by Bubba like he has last time, or are you just going to go whatever they go with?
Yeah, of course I'm going to run it by Bubba. I'll see what he says, and see what they got. I mean, maybe this is the whole thing. Maybe this is where we switch. Maybe this is where the Q-Rons, there's those guys, maybe that's where these guys all of a sudden want to go heel. And then we're the babyface. Maybe I come in and save. Maybe I fucking jump off the first rope, not the second rope. I don't want to take Bubba's gimmick, and there's no way I'm getting on the third rope. Maybe I come off the first rope with like my 2x8 and, crush him right over the head because the referee's knocked out, and these guys knocked out the referee who maybe is a female, and next thing we know, we're riding high as the baby faces. So
I just pictured you know funniest gimmick with your hair slicked back and wet, with some sunglasses on, all dressed up to the nines, with your nose in the air, acting like you're the king of the world.
Oh, here's these
Something
guys.
totally unexpected, right?
Yeah, well, sorry, I'm looking at these guys. Yeah, they are some big motherfuckers. Yeah, see, like this wrestling match they got going on there. Oh wow, holy fuck! This is their gimmick.
Other monitor,
I know. So, that's right. Sorry.
Trying to show the people.
Yeah,
the crown.
Can we see it? Yeah.
They calling them the fucking Q-Ron. They're the crown. The crown. It's the crown with a Q. Q-R-O-W-N. You've been calling them the Q-Ron.
Let's see what these guys look like here. Okay, see, this would be me right here. I'd be this. These guys are actually thicker than I am. Let's see here. Fast forward.
Wait a minute. I thought you said they were black guys.
Those are not them. Here's them walking in.
Oh my God.
They're fucking jacked, man. Red, you were right. They're kind of like the...
Yeah, they're like the Black Legion of Doom.
Yeah, like I'm going to come in and fucking be able to beat these guys up. Give me a break right now. I mean, but you got to look at X-Pac and like Sean Waldman. Yeah, like look at these guys are like 6'4" at the 6'5". Because I think when I'm back in the back, when I guess you'd call the locker room, they're super nice guys, but I've never looked like that in my life. I mean,
well, they look like wrestlers, and that's something that is very rare nowadays in the independents.
That's what I'm saying. Well, there's a lot, actually, you know what? The whole thing with the CCW, there is a lot of good guys in good shape.
Well, I know, brother. I don't give, me, I don't blow smoke. When I see the way that they're promoting and the way that they promote on Instagram and the flyers they come up with, everything is beautiful, top notch. Their production quality, the promos they film, like everything is really, really nice down there. So that's the only thing that's lacking, as far as I'm concerned, from what I've seen, is just a little bit of the booking.
See, a little bit
that can all be fixed.
These guys are looking like they're yelling at the crowd, kind of like they're heels. So maybe.
Yes, they are the heels, because right now at three-quarter point in the match, where they're in the heat, and now these other guys are the baby faces. They're about to make their comeback. So this company seems to have a real hard problem deciding on who they want to be the heels and who the baby faces in psychology, because the first two times I've seen you done stuff, it's left me wondering, like, I don't know who to cheer for. I don't know. And, like, everybody's cheating. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Is every match heel versus heel?
Well, you never know. Like this weekend, maybe we turn babyface, and maybe I'll just let these black guys just completely beat the crap out of me and get everyone to turn against them.
Could you imagine?
Maybe I'll let them. Maybe I'll do like the Lex Luger, or put me in like a full torture rack or something.
But could you imagine if you were able to help Danny Briggs and his partner become the brand new CCW World Tag Team Champions?
That's right.
Yeah, you put that on your LinkedIn, Lummy.
Oh, I don't have a LinkedIn, but I would create one just for that. That would be my whole thing. Professional wrestler. Sick. Yeah, these guys, listen, if this little jobber guy can do it, I mean, I can be taking some bumps like that. Look at this. Oh.
Hey, I can see it. The referee's attention's turned away. You slide in, low blow. Referee turns back around. They hit the double team finish. New champions.
There we
Thanks
go.
to Lummy.
Looks like they won this match.
You're always over. We love you, Lummox.
Thank you, Joe. Have a good one, buddy.
Hey, one more thing.
Yeah.
Real quick. Rhett was talking about all the stupid wrestling gimmicks and everything. There is one. You remember you were talking about Blue Cane?
Yeah.
Well, there's one. There's a black guy, and he plays the Undertaker. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
Really?
Could you guess what his name is?
I don't know. You're not going to say any
is it going to get
bad words.
Kicked off of YouTube?
I ain't asking you to say it, but we all know what it is. So with that, I'll say God bless you guys. Thank you so much.
See you, Joe. 239.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Pinstar. How you doing?
What's up, Pinstar?
Wow, I was calling for a sports show, not a dork session.
Okay.
Jeez.
Why don't you come strong with your stupid tennis talk?
Yeah,
Well,
that's what he's
listen,
calling
first
in
of all,
about.
Man, guys, did
Hey,
you see the
that
tennis?
was-
Did you see tennis on the Olympics this
Yeah,
weekend?
about time you guys talk about some real fucking sports.
Yeah, did you see tennis?
I mean-
They did great.
Hey, back in the day, remember when like Mortal Kombat was the thing, and like
Now we're talking about video games.
WCW?
Pinstar,
No,
you
I'm
just
telling
talked
you,
shit
they had-
about it. Now you're talking about fucking video games. At least this is somewhat athletic. We're talking about oiled up, greasy, muscular men, and you bring it to Mortal fucking Kombat.
Yeah, because the WCW had like all those like they had like Sub-Zero or something, and they tried to like take them guys and throw them in or try these different gimmicks and stuff. That's about the extent of my wrestling knowledge, by the way.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. What else you got there,
Hey.
Pinstar?
I was gonna say, so you saw the passing of Billy Bean, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally overrated. He's a shitty GM. I don't understand why he's such a big deal.
Is that because when he went to the Red Sox, he kind of shit the bed there? But didn't they win a World Series? No, they didn't win. Did they win a World Series?
No, No, they did not. It was the guy. I forgot his name. It escapes me. Then he went to the Cubs. Then he went back to the Red Sox, and now he's retired from baseball or something.
Oh, it wasn't Billy Bean?
It wasn't Billy Bean. No.
Oh.
But like even the Rays, who's the Rays GM? He's done a better job than Billy Bean.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought it was all too much.
I'm trying to think who the GM was on the Cubs. Listen, the Rays, whatever. They're like a franchise that goes like all around. I mean, Matt Silverman and they got a bunch of different guys that they don't have a GM per se. So
Well, they're a lot more successful than the A's have been. And I know Billy Bean had his time and he left and everything else, but I didn't really think he did anything that was that great. I didn't think it deserved a movie. Definitely didn't deserve Brad Pitt playing him. And I just a very overrated person.
Listen, he was a Major League Baseball player. Yeah, he batted .220 with 3 home runs.
You could do that.
Well, thank you, Henstar. I appreciate that.
Welcome.
Got anything else for us?
I do not.
Okay, goodbye,
You guys, great
Henstar.
show, guys. Have a good day.
Thanks, buddy. Last call, 902. Here we go, another wrestling pro.
Hey, how's it going, Chief?
Hey, what's up, Tampa Terry?
Well, first of all, you can just go ahead and ignore everything that first caller said. He doesn't know anything about wrestling. He doesn't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch, brother. Well, you just follow your instincts, bro, and I know you're going to do great in the wrestling business, brother.
Thank you, Tampa Terry.
Now, I got a gripe with something that happened at the Olympics, and it's not the opening ceremony. A guy from Louisiana, from, I believe, Louisiana State University, switched sides. He's playing for Sweden now, brother, and he set the pole vaulting record for Sweden instead of for America, even though he was born, raised, and trained in America. What the hell's up with that?
Who the hell is that?
The pole vault Willie. I don't know his name. Look him up, bro.
Oh, I'm about to have to look him up. I didn't hear about that. He went to LSU?
Pole vault. It's the pole vault record. He set a record, bro. Pole vault record setter. I'll let you go, but look that up, bro. You Americans need to get fired up over that, brother.
We will. Thank you, Tampa Terry. Thank you for being a great Canadian.
We could make you like a construction guy. Incorporate the Get Fresh crew into your gimmick.
Thanks.
And being escorted by their manager, representing the Bubba the Love Sponge Show and the Get Fresh crew, Lummy.
Come out like fucking Al Borland?
You have your high vis on?
Oh, like Al Borland. I'll wear some flannels and some jeans and have like a little tape measure. That's my big gimmick. I slap you with I slap you with my tape measure.
No, swap out the flannel. Get one of those Bubba Army high vis from upstairs.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, brother.
What's his name? Armand Duplantis?
Oh, you're asking the wrong guy.
Is a Swedish American pole vaulter, current outdoor and indoor record holder. Looks like his nationality is Swedish American, born in Lafayette, Louisiana. Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like he was born here. His American father is a former pole vaulter. His two other brothers, younger. Okay. What? Why did he? What the fuck? Did he not?
You think he just I mean, if he's setting records, it's not like he wasn't good enough.
There's no way he wasn't going to make the American
right,
team.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that it doesn't seem like there was a chance he wasn't going to make the U.S. team.
Well, it looks like he's been representing Sweden since the Tokyo.
2016?
No, 2020.
2020.
He's gotten gold. So he has 2 gold. Yeah, so he has 2 gold medals on his record now for just the Olympics, and then all these other ones he's gotten gold. So he's a stud.
He'll go down as the greatest athlete of all time for that country.
He learned Swedish as his second language, encouraged by his mother. So his mother, this is odd. Well, his Swedish mother is a former volleyball player. Oh, she's probably pretty odd.
I wonder who the best Swedish Olympian of all time is. I'm actually going to look that up.
Perfect.
Just because if that guy's got 2 gold medals and he's already reached the peak, I feel like there's going to be better Swedes. Though.
Oh, there's got to be better Swedes than them. 239.
Hey, Lummy, Rhett, Mike
Hey,
from
Mike.
Naples.
How's it going, Mike?
Okay, I'm going to try and
Bring
keep
up
the energy down because whenever I'm crazy, everybody thinks I'm wasted or something.
So you're going to bring the energy up?
No, I'm going to take it down a notch.
Okay.
Apparently, that's what,
You mean all the calls before this one that you've ever called into the show, your energy level has been way too up.
Fun and make you guys smile and be loud, you know?
All right. What you got for us today there, Mike from Naples?
Well, it's a sports show, and I don't know if you guys have been watching the men's, but
Men's what?
can you tell me every single guy on there, like from Jason Tatum to Anthony Edwards, could smoke just about everybody with the exception of a few guys like, your jokers that are in Serbia, even though we smoked them. Why is Steve Kerr not giving all these guys playing time or more? You know what I mean?
Oh, you're talking about the men's basketball team.
Yeah, not the Olympic athletes from Sweden.
Oh, okay. Well, Mike, I'm going to send this over to our men's Olympic basketball expert, and Rhett.
Oh, God. I wish I could tell you. I have no earthly idea.
Well, like literally, they could take the 5 worst guys on the team, and we'd still smoke everybody.
Yeah.
And he still puts out like the same starting lineup, and like one day he didn't play Jason Tatum at all, so he gave him a few minutes the next day. But it's like,
now, in what you watched, are these guys getting their playing time? Like the guys who are riding the bench a little bit more, are they still jumping in every now and again? Are there guys who haven't played at all?
Not much. I mean, they've given Anthony Edwards some more time, but with the like Derek White got time before Jason Tatum.
Sure. Well, I mean, Jason Tatum being an NBA champion, this is the Olympics, and I know these guys are competing for their country, but you just said that the worst players on the team could play circles around the rest of the world, so maybe he just talked to Steve Kerr and said, hey, I don't feel like playing that many minutes today.
There you go.
I'll wait for the next round. I'll let LeBron get his minutes today.
I appreciate the dare. Thank you, Lummy.
I'm making your call even more. I'm making it just that much better for you.
Okay. All right. Well, I still love you guys anyway.
Mike, are you gonna get in the chat now and argue with some people?
I might.
I know. I saw you last week, Mike. Just everyone loves you, buddy. Okay.
Hey, man. If we're listening, we're Bubba Army. Why do they got to be keyboard tough guys? Who cares?
Exactly.
If you got something to say, then you call in and be entertaining. I just tried to put a smile on Colton's face last week, and people are calling me out and stuff. Like, really?
Well, Mike, listen.
Come on.
Yeah, well, thank you for the hot take on the basketball. Hopefully, Rhett was able to answer that for you. You put a smile on all our faces. So thank you, Mike, and I hope you have a great, wonderful day and don't get check cancer.
All right.
See ya, Mike.
You either, bud. Later, guys.
All right. So I was doing some research while we were on the phone with Mike.
Yeah, Mike, which I'm hoping that you were able to answer his question about Steve Kerr.
I hope I was too, because I am not a fucking Olympic basketball expert by any means. But I was doing some research here to try and find out which Swedish Olympians have the most medals in history.
Can I make a guess on what sport and sex?
Sure.
I'm going to say female. Wrong.
There is one female. So it's
In swimming.
They have 9 total medals. The top, basically the most medal
Person.
the most awarded athletes in Olympic history for the country of Sweden. Sorry, this is it's a lot. So the highest number is 9.
Okay.
Cross country skiing by Sixten Jernberg. He has 9 total medals: 4 gold, 3 silver, 2 bronze.
I was not thinking about winter.
And then your first woman cross country skiing, Charlotte Kalla. In the Winter Games, she has got 9 medals, 3 gold, 6 silver, and no bronze. Alfred Swan in shooting competed from 1908 to 1924 in the Summer Games. He had 9 medals, 3 gold, 3 silver, 3 bronze, and then one other guy had 9. No, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, so there
Winter
it is.
Olympics, it looks like.
Yeah, there it is. And apparently, I also found out that Sweden has the most medals of any country.
Oh, really?
Or most golds of any country. Let me figure that out real quick.
Yeah,
Because
you
I read
figure
it
it
and then I fucking lost it. I know we're in a rabbit hole here with Sweden in the Olympics. Like, who gives a shit? But now I got to know.
Okay, you find that out. I'm going to go on to your boy Brandon Ayuk.
You got it.
Brandon
Close enough.
Ayuk. And it looks like the Patriots have decided they're not going to explore the further trade possibilities. Wasn't there also the Browns and the Steelers that were interested?
Yeah, the Steelers have been, very non-committal. They've asked Mike Tomlin 20 times in the last 2 days about Brandon Ayuk, and he says, I'm just going to let you guys speculate about that. But I'm going to be honest with you. Between the Pats, the Browns, the Steelers, it seems like the Pats don't have as good of a chance to win as the Browns do.
I was going to say, he'd be pretty good next to Amari Cooper with the Browns.
This is probably the most transparent process I have seen with trading a receiver and like publicly, just putting all of these details out there. But I'll tell you this, Lummy, this is a lot of hubbub for a guy that isn't even a top 15 wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah, but is it because how many targets did he get last year? 105?
I mean, he got 1,300 yards and 7 touchdowns, so he definitely produced 75 receptions.
I wouldn't sneeze at that.
I definitely wouldn't, because when you look at that wide receiver room in San Francisco, you've got Ricky Pearsall, who's a rookie out of Florida, and then you got Brandon Ayuk. You still have Deebo Samuel.
Yes, so Brandon
Ayuk but other than that, if you lose Brandon Ayuk,
he's their number 2 guy.
Yeah,
right.
And when your number 2 guy is getting 1,342 yards,
it's pretty good.
It is pretty good, but I don't think. I still think there's a lot of receivers out there that are better than him. So if he ends up being the highest paid receiver or anything close to it, like if he gets more money than Mike Evans, I think that's bullshit.
There's no way he's going to
Mike
get more
Evans,
money
I believe, is making 29 or 27, somewhere around there.
Do you know what his current contract is?
Ayuk?
Yeah.
No, not off the top of my head. Is he a younger guy? Is he still on his rookie deal?
He is 26.
Yeah, he was 2020 draft pick, so he would be a free agent after this upcoming season. No, he's a free.
No, this is his 5th year, right?
Yes, he's going into his 5th year. Sorry.
So this would be, so he's coming pretty much to the end of his contract. I'm guessing he wants an extension. The 49ers must have told him to kick rocks. Do you see him as a number 1? He signed a 4-year, $12 million contract. So it looks like that was his rookie contract. So this year he is making he did a club option, $14 million. So he's making $14 million this year for the club option.
Okay.
So yeah, next year he's an unrestricted free agent. So obviously he thinks he's worth more than 14. I have a feeling he's going to be wanting Mike Evans money.
Yeah, I do too, but
and I don't see that happening.
I don't I don't either. Again, he had a really good year last year. Do you have his stats year by year?
Yeah. Give me
Are
a
you
second.
able to pull that up?
Yeah, give me a second here. Sports Track, Pro Reference. Here we
Because
go.
I just want to see how consistent he has been. I know he's been a stud. I know he's been a big part.
He has been hurt a little bit, but yeah, I mean, he's building on it. 2020, 748 yards, 826, 1,015, and 1,342.
Played in 12 games in 2020 his rookie year. Played in all 17. Played in all 17. Played in 16 games.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, I mean, he's
consistent.
Here's the thing. He's consistent, and he's consistently
building.
showing progress. Yeah, that's the thing, too, is consistently showing progress.
And at 26, so realistically, if you're looking at a life of a wide receiver, you got 5 years.
Yeah. I still think it is a lot to invest in a guy if he's wanting top wide receiver money. Like, he kind of reminds me of a Chris Godwin after his first couple of years. You know, Chris Godwin was getting 1,000-plus yards. And if he wasn't, he was getting close to it.
Is he an Alvin Harper, though?
I don't think he's that bad.
No, but I mean, like, you know, he had Michael Irvin. You know, Brandon Ayuk had Deebo Samuels.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, do you bring Brandon? And that's why I think almost the Browns would be perfect for him, because Ayuk and Amari Cooper. If he goes there as the number one, does he kind of like...
I don't know how true this part is, just because... I don't remember the source that I had seen it from, and I don't even know if I've seen it brought up, but I read something somewhere that Amari Cooper was going to be involved in the trade if they were to make a move for Ayuk.
Really?
That
would be hard if you're really...
especially because of all that money. Like, I think it'd be fucking ridiculous. So maybe I got sacked or something, but I don't know. I thought I had seen it.
I mean, I don't think Ayuk is a number one receiver.
No, I don't.
I think he's got to be like a Chris Godwin, where he needs a Mike Evans, like a Deebo Samuels and him, or he's got to go somewhere where he's going to slide in there, but still be a number two. Like, you know, look at Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
Right.
You know, Jalen Waddle is a different receiver than Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is obviously the whole team, you know, going distance. I mean, and he gives the shitty quarterback, Jalen gives that option to the shitty quarterback to do those little kind of dumps and outs.
Right. It'd also be
dynamic.
It'd also be interesting to see like his usage in that offense. I don't know a ton about the San Francisco offense and how they use guys like Brandon Ayuk. We hear a lot about Deebo Samuel, but is he playing from the slot? Is he playing outside? We talked about a player like Chris Godwin, who has had some 1,000-plus yard seasons, and he's definitely a guy who can catch touchdowns for you. Took him a long time in 2023, but you know, the Bucs moved him to outside, and they were trying to play him from more outside and less out of the slot, which is where he made his money. And when he did that, he wasn't as productive. So could Ayuk be that same situation if a team gives him top wide receiver money and then expects him to move from the slot to the outside? Because I don't know what he plays the most right now. I don't know
when
what
I would
position.
watch the games because I had him on my fantasy team, he was a lot of the slot receiver.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of times that he was like really putting up the numbers. He was doing a lot better on a slot.
Yeah, an even bigger investment. If you've got a guy that doesn't have a lot of experience playing outside, he is very fast, but he's only 6 foot, 200. So unless you can break away at the line and use that speed to your advantage, I don't know how much it's going to benefit him.
Especially if they start double covering you.
Yeah.
702.
Hey, Lummy, Rhett, Las Vegas Mario. How you guys doing today?
What's up, Las Vegas Mario? Sorry we weren't fulfilling your needs on your Venmo, but
bro, I'm okay with that. I just wanted to talk about that. Can you get Brian in that one day? I love it when it's you three, and sometimes when Brian makes remarks at Rhett, you can see Rhett's face, and like he's pummeling in his head. He's pummeling Brian. And it's just so funny, you three, and you gotta get him in one day, just one day, the first week or the last whatever. But
we'll try. And listen, like, Babyface,
gold, man.
Babyface is very difficult to. I mean, he left our show. I mean, he's, you know, he's like we were on a hit sitcom, and he left us for like a movie deal. So.
Yeah, because I think he made a remark one time about the NCAA, and Rhett, I think Rhett said, hey, I root for the Florida teams. And he made a joke about the NCAA basketball, and you could see Rhett's face. I paused it, literally. I watched that over and over. You could see Rhett's face. He's not laughing. He's not having fun. And in his mind, I think he's like strangling Brian with the cords to the headphones. It's
Yeah,
so funny.
it was during the
I'm
sweet.
not dogging you.
It was during the the NCAA.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a bunch of Florida teams, and to this day, such a stupid fucking thing to get hung up on. Only fucking Brian is going to nitpick somebody because they don't watch basketball and they decide to cheer for the Florida team. Give me a fucking break.
He's a guy that will attack a person for wearing a jersey to a game.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
I mean,
He just doesn't know what
makes
fun
it
is.
gold.
He doesn't know how to have proper fun.
he
All
does
right,
make us
love you,
drunk.
boys. I'm gonna let other people call in.
All right, man. Thanks,
guys.
Las Vegas Mario. Yeah, you got heated on that one. 618.
Takes everything so goddamn seriously.
I'm wearing jersey. You're
Tommy,
Yes,
Neil
what's up?
Montplaisir.
What's up, Neil Malplaisir? Hopefully the Rays are able to really pull the nose up today against your damn Cardinals.
I'm sorry. Hey, I got a quick Tampa question real quick.
Yeah.
Since that's all we do is trade with the are they going to is Dylan Carlson going to start, or is he coming off the bench, or he's a great talent, but he just could not hit. I was just wondering what they're going to do with him.
No, I think he'll be, as the Rays way is they'll probably put him in DH in the outfield. He probably will hit on a consistent basis, but I don't think he's going to be like an everyday right fielder.
I mean, you know what? I hope he does great down there. I mean, he just couldn't. I don't know. It's sad because everybody was saying he's going to be the second coming of Jim Edmonds, and he was supposed to be in the Soto trade, and then they didn't make the trade because of that, and he didn't really do anything. So I was just wondering.
We got to think.
And then you'll get a win today, man. We're scuffling.
Yeah, well, one thing is you got to remember at the Tampa market, especially for baseball, a lot of guys, not a lot of guys, some guys can handle the pressure of a big market. And obviously St. Louis, that you guys love your baseball. I've been to St. Louis, but I've never, seen how the sports media is.
Lummy, I'm telling you, I told you before, man, Busch Stadium I think PNC now is better. But we have Ballpark Village, which they kind of started. They don't have, like when you guys are talking about condos. Yeah. But you can be at Ballpark Village and watch up in left field. They sell seats on the rooftop in Chicago. Yeah. And it's when they're great, when we're spoiled though here. We haven't won a World Series since 2011 and people freak out. So we're too spoiled. That's the problem here in St. Louis.
Did you guys keep the Big Mac zone?
Yeah, it's still there.
Oh, yep. Sweet.
And then in the summertime they'll do in the outfield. They'll cut in. It looks like the arch is in center field, which is kind of cool.
Nice. So. Well, what I was saying about the big market is that maybe he couldn't handle that big market, and the good thing is what you see a lot of veterans that maybe batted a little, didn't play the best in a bigger market come to Tampa where we get about 14,000 people every game, but realistically in the stadium is about 2,000, and you don't really get attacked by sports media, so much as the bigger markets, where I think they can kind of they can get a comfort level. I mean, you know what I mean? And then that's why we're losing them in 2-3. It's almost like we're a minor league team. Well, everyone always says we're a minor league team for, all the big, now it's the Padres, the Dodgers, and stuff like that. But I feel like they come down here, they get their head right, and then they usually make a shit ton of money.
Well, you never know, man. Remember when they traded Rosarena, which I said they should have never done that. That was the dumbest trade. Look what happened, man.
Well, look at Tommy Pham.
He was breaking.
Tommy Pham came from St. Louis.
Yep, and I know. And we got him back in that White Sox trade, which he's already had. He had a grand slam off the bench. He had a homer last. I like him because he brings attitude. Yeah, well, I've always liked Tommy Pham.
Well, Tommy Pham wasn't lighting up, but he was a stud, and he came to the Rays. I believe he was batting in the 300s, high 200s, 280, 290, maybe 300. I mean, he was doing really well here. It was one of those. He was kind of struggling. Came down here, kind of kicked the shit out of it. We traded him away. We got what we needed out of him. Got our minor league, and he's. I feel like he got his confidence back, like you're saying.
So, yeah, it's good. All right, before I get sniped, good talking to you. Have a good show, bud.
You too. Thanks, man. You're not going to get sniped, Malplaisir. But yeah, Brandon Ayuk, I think his best option, because the number one receiver for the Steelers is George. What's his name?
George Pickens.
George Pickens. Yeah, I don't think he's a true number one at this point, unless maybe.
I think
Pittsburgh brings in Ayuk, and him and Pickett become this number 1 and 2 dynamic duo.
Pickett.
Did you say George Pickett?
George Pickens.
Whatever, George Pickett. All right, how about that? Whatever his fucking name is. But you know what? He's not good enough to be on my fantasy team. So
Speaking of the Steelers, though, did you see that Russell Wilson, QB1 on the first depth chart of the preseason over Justin Fields?
what's the chances that they do like a fucking total? Remember when the Eagles had Michael Vick and Vince Young?
Scotty Miller is a fucking Steeler?
Yeah.
I forgot that happened. Yeah, so they got George Pickens, Scotty Miller, Deuce Watts, Van Jefferson, Calvin Austin.
So they'd be perfect for Ayuk.
Quez Watkins. I mean, yeah, he would definitely be an upgrade for them.
But could you see the Steelers doing like a 1-2 quarterback combo?
No. Fuck no.
No?
Has there ever been a team ever?
The Eagles. Remember the Eagles a little bit?
Yeah,
Michael
because
Vick.
he got injured and they had Nick Foles. That's fantastic.
No.
But
Remember, wasn't it Vince Young and Michael Vick?
Vince Young and Michael Vick?
Yeah.
On the Eagles? I remember the Eagles with Michael Vick. I don't remember Vince Young.
Wasn't Vince Young there? Or was it another black quarterback?
Oh, don't say that.
I'm just saying. I mean, is that wrong? Wasn't Vince Young on the Eagles? Yes, he was. He was on the Eagles.
Maybe for a cup of coffee.
He was on the Eagles.
For how long?
Long enough to have me remember it with Michael Vick. 1 year.
1 year in 2011.
He started 3 games, went 1-2 in 2011.
He started 3 games. See, you're talking like they had a choice and they knowingly did this all season long.
Hold on, let me just make sure.
It sounds to me like somebody got injured.
I thought they were going back and forth there.
I don't know a team that's ever done that to success. Like, have you ever heard of a team that rotates quarterbacks
I
having
didn't say success. Right here. See, Michael Vick, Vince Young, right here. These two, see? Boom, boom.
So Vince Young played in 6 games.
Yeah. See?
Threw 9 interceptions.
Well, I didn't say he was the best.
66 for 114, 4 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Yeah, no wonder.
That's why it wasn't a success. But
Vic didn't have a great year either. 18 touchdowns, 14 interceptions.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible. He was coming out of prison. Still. What time? I think that's because then he went to Pittsburgh, right? Yeah.
Oh, he was on Philly for a while.
Okay, well, still. But
2012, 2013 was when they had... Or maybe it wasn't. No, it was 2010, 2011, I think, was when they had Deshaun Jackson and Shady McCoy was in his prime. A lot of people say that that's an underrated Eagles team. And, like, I've seen interviews with Michael Vick and Shady McCoy, Deshaun Jackson, and they're like, I don't know why they ever broke that team up because who came in, the coach?
Chip Kelly.
Chip Kelly came in and kind of broke that unit up. And they're like, I don't know why they broke that team up. We were building something special. And then I look, and they were like 8-8.
Yeah, I know. Well, look at here. This one, 2010. Michael Vick and Kevin Cobb from Houston. He played, started 5 games. Vick started 12 games. You know, they were kind of...
Okay, so they were 10-6 that year. That was probably, the best year that they had? What year, 2010?
Yeah, and Vick had a good year, 21 TDs, 6 interceptions. Kevin Cobb was supposed to be their future from Houston, put up a bunch of records there. But, yeah, I mean... So you're thinking that it's just, you think they're going to try to use Fields at all if Russell Wilson is their quarterback?
I think they could get creative with him. I think there's a couple of teams that have tried to experiment with that in the past. Like, think about the Saints with Taysom Hill. You know, he was a quarterback on the depth chart, and then he was a tight end. But he's kind of a Swiss Army knife. He's a do-it-all kind of player. I don't know if Justin Fields will be willing to do that, but... if he is, then you've got a very athletic player that you could potentially bring in for some cool stuff. But I don't know. That's putting a lot of faith in the Pittsburgh offense to get that creative in the first place.
That's true. I mean, I love Mike Tomlin as a coach, and I would take him here in a heartbeat. But you're right. They've always struggled on offense. They've never had that offensive coordinator. Which, do you know who their offensive coordinator is this year?
They just hired him. They got rid of Matt Canada last year. Let me see here. Steelers offensive. I should know, but again, I don't really follow the Steelers. I don't fucking...
Man, neither do I. Yeah. I was just happy I got George right at Pickett's.
Arthur Smith, the former head coach of the Falcons. Yeah,
he was on the Titans too. Offense coordinator, I believe.
Yeah. So he's got play calling experience, and he was the offensive coordinator for the Titans, OC for the Falcons for a little while. So it says here that one of the things that they're really trying to dial in is a running game, and I think with Najee Harris being at kind of an interesting time in his career as a running back, they have to get it dialed in, because I think he's been one of the most underwhelming recent draft picks that I can remember that still has a starting job. They need something. I don't care if they can pass the ball. I don't care if Russell Wilson throws it 5 times.
Well, he did that with the Broncos, and look how the Broncos turned out.
Yeah, no kidding.
Completely shitty. Because the Broncos are fucked, no matter how you look at them.
Fuck the Broncos. Fuck Sean Payton.
Yeah, fuck the Broncos. Fuck Sean Payton. That's right. I'm going to fucking parrot you on that one. Brett, what happened with the fucking Giants over here? And Daniel Jones, is he a fucking biter? What's going on here?
Yeah, that's our huge cover story. So not just the Giants, but the Giants and the Lions were both hit with $200,000 fines from the NFL today for infighting at training camp, which is obviously something that happens every single year. And I think guys normally get fined for it, but $200,000 seems a little heavy-handed. I mean, we're used to fines being handed out, and I know that it's ultimately the organization that's probably going to front the bill or figure out how to front the bill. But holy hell, yeah, this is $200,000 to each team after a fight at a joint practice here.
No, I remember when I didn't even have a cup of coffee. They gave me a cup when I was in college for football, and I didn't even get at least even try to sip a cup of coffee. Like Macho would say, cup of coffee. I just had the cup.
Of coffee.
Cup of coffee. I had an empty cup of coffee while I was sitting there.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
But I do remember sitting in after 2-a-days in the meeting room, and the coach Greg Fry, because it was every day when we got back. He started. There's always fights at practice. Always fights, and he's like, don't be the dumb mother. Well, he said some other language that we can't use anymore, but the dumb motherfucker that starts punching with your fucking helmet on. He's like, if you're going to do anything, grab his face mask, pull it off, and then start fucking punching him in the face. I mean, that's our coach,
man,
the offensive line coach. But he was like, look, don't break your fucking hand on the helmet, rip his fucking helmet off, and then start hitting him.
Man, you know who had that technique down pat was that fight with Andre Johnson and that no-name Tennessee cornerback.
Yep.
Ripped his helmet right off, started whooping his ass.
Let's see what let's see what happened here. This is a different angle. I haven't
see
seen
if you can full screen it.
All right, let me bob.
Thank you, sir.
And then play. And what are they doing?
So I guess Malik Neighbors, the wide receiver,
the first round pick.
The first round pick, the guy in the blue jersey. If you go back to the start, you'll kind of see the end of it. He did a little drive-by pat of the helmet. They didn't show it. It's not in this clip.
Hold on.
But in the full clip, he runs by the guy and he kind of like pushes him in the helmet.
So the best part is, so he gives him a little hit on the helmet, right? Mm-hmm. That they're wearing pads on. So then they decided, let's now start throwing hands at the extra padded fucking helmets. Mm-hmm. Genius. And then they all start piling in.
Heat of the moment, you got to do what you got to do. But it's just funny because anytime there's a fight ever, we have the same conversation. Oh, you're throwing punches with a helmet on. And it seems like year after year, these guys just don't learn.
Well, no,
I'm not an NFL player.
There's extra protection now on the fucking helmets.
Sure. I'm not an NFL player. I haven't been out there. Again, heat of the moment kind of deal.
Whoa, they ripped off his little padding there. Take this off. What the?
His guardian cap.
Yeah, his guardian cap, yeah. So, have you seen the Daniel Jones where he jumped in and started biting the guy's leg?
I don't know if he actually bit somebody, but I saw the angle where he was in the shit. He was definitely right in the middle of it.
Let's see. I thought they
probably find it on Twitter. If you go Twitter and then Daniel Jones fight.
I was going to say Daniel Jones biting. Daniel Jones starts fighting during practice.
Daniel Jones, who after some pushing and shoving after a tackle, he kind of gets into it. He shoves someone, and when your $40 million quarterback is shoving someone and initiating a fight, then
all right,
that's how you know
let me find
things
it
are
out next
getting really
because
heated. He was
these
saying
camera
that he
angles
has
are
to
just atrocious. Don't they have like
Yeah,
higher?
this guy sucks. Yeah, so let's just clarify that is a different fight from the same practice that we saw with Daniel Jones. Go down a little more.
Jones,
yeah, here it is. Here it is. Oh, wait. Yeah. So.
Oh, Daniel's in
from
it.
the start.
Oh,
From the start. Here we go.
So it looks like a little scrum here with the offensive lineman and defensive lineman. Right here. Oh, Daniel Rhodes coming in. Uh-oh.
Look at the coach pulling Daniel Jones out.
I like how everyone else is still fighting. Daniel Jones is a little slow-mo, too. Yeah, what are you going to do, Daniel Jones? A little push-off. Now, is the biting thing that they're talking about kind of like fucking...
I haven't seen the biting thing. Where are you seeing that?
Is that some rumor, JD, like the JD Vance couch shit?
It might be. I haven't seen anything about Daniel Jones biting anybody.
I thought and now Daniel Jones has saved the locker room.
Yeah.
Practice. Let's see here. Is this a better angle?
3 separate fights.
That offensive lineman said, I'm not fucking taking your shit, boy. He's a big boy, too. They're getting chummy. They're getting ready.
That's what it's all about, though. That's my favorite part of joint practices. That's everybody's favorite part of joint practices. I think the players even look forward to it.
I think so, too. I mean, obviously, I don't think the coaches and athletic, are waiting for their... Is it playing the second one now?
No, this is the one we just watched.
I don't think they're looking forward to guys hitting with their fist. There's another one right here. Pushing. Oh,
helmet's coming off.
Hold on, see that? You know what? That's fair game now on the face.
Dangerous territory.
Right there. And by the way, as an NFL player, that is sloppy as fuck in my opinion. Your T-shirt is like so big. You're wearing a T-shirt. You just look like a sloppy fucking mess.
He's got a folded up jersey. It's like his because you see he's got the back pad. So
put a
jersey,
fucking tight ass Under Armour. Oh, yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, maybe it's stretched out.
Oh, come on. Yeah. He's a lineman. It's getting grabbed every play. Have some grace.
Look at the 91. I mean,
I don't expect...
This is, I mean...
That's what a lot of guys do.
I know.
You see a lot of the
Yeah, but it's easier
undershirt.
to hold, though.
Yeah.
It's easier to hold. Right there. See, if there was... 91, I think it was. See right there? Now, you come with a couple of jabs, maybe? Oh, yeah, they're pulling them out. Oh, look at that guy just got pancaked. Little fucking cornerback right there.
They're fighting on top of him.
Let's play that. Oh, his helmet's off too. 91 came off. 91 pulled his helmet off, said, let's go. Let's go, bitch. It looks so weird with the little padding on top.
I know. I really hope that my prediction comes to fruition about the Guardian caps, and it's kind of just a phase. I hope that helmet technology really does.
Yeah, it's like takes over where they look normal.
Yeah, because
it does look weird.
I hate to say it, but aesthetic is a big part of the game in football.
Oh yeah, people like looking good.
Like, could you imagine some of the deadliest players in NFL history wearing a big goofy fucking cap on their head, like Lawrence Taylor?
Hold on, you heard what I was just complaining about? They're fucking undershirts. Did you ever see a superstar athlete, be wearing the big fucking baggy ass shirts? Think about it.
Yeah.
Who?
Aaron Donald. Come on, dude. One of the greatest defensive tackles in NFL history, and you're like, it doesn't count.
I'm talking about back in the day.
Oh, back in the day, sure.
I'm talking about back in the day, like, 80s and 90s. They're fucking, cutting up their jerseys to their fucking tits, showing their six-pack, and they're fat. They just had their belly hanging out.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. A lot of those guys didn't even have undershirts. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I mean, Gilbert Brown. He wasn't a superstar.
My boy William Perry. He's walked around with that thing hanging out.
That's right. Look at is Chad Hutchinson? Is he 97?
Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah. He's Listen, he's a tall, and I know he's thick in real life, but he looks
The monster.
no, like thickness-wise.
Oh, fat?
No, like even just
thick.
like
Just
thick.
weight NFL weight room.
Yeah.
Here, that's the thing, though.
Hold on,
is
look right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, look at, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, right here.
There's no lineman, 61 to his left.
Yeah, that's
no, it's another D
defense.
tackle,
But hold on, but you just look at like, and he,
or it might be an O lineman because there's all types of guys out there.
yeah, he looks thin as fuck. I mean,
Well, here's the thing too that I notice, and especially with these edge rushers too. An NFL weight room is going to do wonders for these guys. You know, the transition that you're going to see in an edge rusher, just the way that they're built from year 1, year 2, year 3. Look at the Bosas, Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, man.
yeah. Look at this guy right here. This is what I'm fucking talking about. Now you look at how fucking just monster. You know, he looks like Albert Hainsworth coming at you, right?
Yeah.
And then when you forward it up a little bit, you got, hey guys, I'm Hutchinson. You know what I mean? He just looks tiny.
Yeah.
Coming up. And then listen, I know the guy is a fucking stud. So I'm just saying, like in the video, he just, with his big fucking cushioned helmet.
Yeah. Well, the helmet definitely doesn't help.
Yeah, it makes you look like
It's like you're playing on big head mode.
Yeah, and you're looking like a little fucking, nerd that's riding your bicycle.
Sure. But the thing with, a lot of guys that get into the NFL, their first couple of years, they put on so much mass. Defensive linemen in particular. I was talking about Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, Yaya Diaby for Tampa Bay. Like, there is a significant...
Oh, they look jacked.
Right. Like, they somehow get huge over the summer. So he'll get to that point. He was a stud last year.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying he's not a stud. I'm just saying in that video, when you look at him, he looked like a, kind of like you or me going out there.
So we're doing a lot of research here on Daniel Jones, and I have yet to see anyone mention him biting somebody.
I don't know. Maybe I was listening to a sports podcast that hates Daniel Jones, and maybe they said he jumped up like he was like a little cat coming up and biting. I guess maybe that's what I was thinking of. Because he kind of pushed and then backed away.
Right,
maybe like a little fight. He's like, oh, he just he's like a little cat that's like biting at your, or a little dog biting at your heel. Maybe that's what I heard, and I totally missed. Just
did just enough to look tough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like Scout running up, and you got Bella fucking like rawr, coming at you, and Scout runs up and like takes a little nip at your ankle. You're like, what the fuck is that? Something like that. Like, because Daniel Jones ran up to that guy and like kind of pushed him and then backed up pretty much, and then had the coaches pull him out. Maybe that's what they were talking about. I just remember hearing biting, and I'm like, what the fuck? Daniel Jones is biting. So. Listen, I try to listen to as much as I possibly can on different podcasts and different sports shows. There's only so much stuff I can listen to, but I mean, it looks like right now I just typed. It looks like Chase Daniels is ready to blow fucking Daniel Jones over here, with just this one little pass. I mean, that was a pretty good pass.
Play it again.
Let me start from the beginning. Let me full screen it. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Nice catch, yeah.
Yeah. And incomplete, though.
Not a lot of room.
Incomplete.
Not a lot of room. Dropped it right in the bucket. Incomplete.
Yeah, I mean, so realistically, this is his highlight of him throwing a fucking beautiful pass. Is he out of bounds?
I think he was in, brother.
I think he was in.
I think we might have our first official review of the NFL season.
Did he drop the ball? Oh, he dropped the ball.
Oh, okay.
All right, so maybe you know what? That was a good
he came
pass.
out on the ground and he reeled it back in.
Yeah.
So he was in, and that was a great pass. He just couldn't bring it in. But
yeah, there you go. We broke it down then. But I mean, whatever. It's preseason. Daniel Jones looks like a million. Danny Dimes is dropping dimes in there.
Sure.
He's fighting players.
Man, there's got to be better quarterbacks we can talk about than Daniel Jones.
Well, I mean, obviously we're not going to talk about Tua. I mean, I think Baker Mayfield's looking pretty good.
Yeah, Baker had a big time day today in the red zone area. He threw a couple of touchdowns, one to Mike Evans, one to Cade Otton. And we're going to be talking later today, shameless plug, on the Cane and Fire podcast with my buddy Matt Matera from Pewter Report, who was out there today. I want to learn the differences between Baker this year at camp and last year. Like, a lot of things have changed for him. A lot of things are staying the same. I still think this Bucs roster is one of the better teams he's been on in his career. He does have a new offensive coordinator, but he has the job. He has the big contract. He's got the, again, he has that starting job until he loses it. Is he more relaxed at camp? Is he more confident? Is he cleaned up? I know camp is for cleaning up mistakes, but how much better is he really doing? Because short and T-shirts will tell you one thing, but they're putting on the pads, and I guess he's been balling today especially.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I think he has a lot more confidence. Not being the new quarterback coming in, and he's got his 2 wide receivers back. Mike Evans is probably feeling pretty good, getting his big time contract. So I can totally see him doing a lot better now. There we go. For Neil Montplaisir, $10. Thank you, Neil Montplaisir. Great call earlier. Looks like Christian McCaffrey is going to be out for the preseason with a calf injury.
Seems like a lot of guys are going to be out for the preseason.
Yeah, and they're keeping out Kyler Murray for the preseason. Once again, why the Bucs are completely dog shit pieces of shit for fucking charging full price for a fucking preseason game. Listen, they're fucking charging full price for a preseason game. You don't think that's bullshit?
No, I do. I'm not disagreeing with you.
That's what I'm saying. They are, though. I mean, look, Bubba even made a good point. They could do it half price on that. I mean, they make so much fucking money on it. And it's like, oh, I don't really feel like going and watching, a fucking preseason game or just going for a quarter or two and leaving. I mean, every game usually is at 7, 8 o'clock. So by halftime, it's already, 9:30.
Bucs are in Cincinnati this Saturday. And we're talking about guys not playing. Joe Burrow, who has only thrown one preseason pass in his career, is expected to play against the Bucs. So I'm curious to see who plays and for how long. But yeah, a lot of guys getting hurt, and a lot of teams just saying, fuck it. He's not going to play this preseason at all. Yaya Diaby, we dodged a bullet with that. He got carted off at training camp last week, and it's just a high ankle sprain. So they're hoping to have him ready to go week 1.
Oh, sorry, I was reading something. When you're doing about breaks from June, speaking of charging, I don't know, D's. You can email me, lummybtls@gmail.com. Is Vita Vea, last thing on the Bucs, did Vita Vea, he lost a lot of weight, right?
Yeah.
Is there reports coming out on him? I haven't seen anything. Like how he's doing this preseason? Like, has that affected him? Has it made him faster? Are they saying that he looks unbelievable? Because I remember, and you were probably like 4 at this time, who knows, when Sapp lost a lot of weight. And they said he got a step on it, but he started off kind of slow. Like, are you hearing anything about Vita Vea?
Not really. He jumped in the media room yesterday and he asked a question to Todd Bowles about the strides that Vita Vea has made as a player. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how much it affects him. I think he's definitely going to have to play just as good, if not better, than last year, considering, the pass rush the Bucs already have. I'm curious about the run defense, though. Like Vita Vea, the fact that he can get sacks from an interior position, that's all fine and dandy. He is a great player in that regard. But he was a huge reason, quite literally a huge reason why the Buccaneers' run defense was so good in 2019, 2020, 2021, when they were number 1, number 2 in the league. So I think it'll be interesting to see if that makes it harder for him to win on double teams and stuff like that. But hopefully he retains that strength and he's still a freak athlete like he was before. But I mean, I've heard that, he's same old Vita.
Oh, perfect. Well, that's good to know. Berto Perez, $10 in the super chat. Tua is not the man. Is not his super chat message, but he said Tua is the man, Lummy, but that is incorrect. And we don't try to spread false information out here on the sports show. I don't want to be pumping up Tua too much. So I think he's god awful, and now I'm triggered.
Oh, God.
So we're going to get out of here.
Pissed him off so bad he ended the show.
Listen, I don't want to get started on Tua. I already got started on the fucking Bucs preseason game. Having to pay all that money. Longwood said it's because of all the dick riders that are the Kyle Trask lovers. So I appreciate everybody that listened to it. God damn it, why do you always end the show in a bad mood? Rhett, thank you so much.
Thank you, Lummy.
And don't forget, you can always check out the amazing BubbaArmyHQ.com for all past shows. And if you missed today's show, you can always go back and look at it. Also, don't forget the Stanley Cups are in. We got a lot of great merchandise. Go to Bubba Army store, Bubba Army shop, BubbaArmyMerch.com. Rhett, you got anything?
I had to think about it. I don't believe so. Be on the lookout, youtube.com/The Bubba Army. You can check out today's podcast that got released, which is Loner and Stoner. And then you can also check out today's video upload, which will surely be something. I'll figure out what it is here in a moment.
And don't forget to check out our social media sites at The Bubba Army, your Twitter, your Instagram, obviously YouTube, Rumble, Facebook. All go check it out in your TikTok if you do it. _Bubba_Army. Thank you, everyone. See ya.
This is Evil Knievel, and if I ever see you, you mother with your